How's it going, mate?
I'm a Tottenham fan, so how's it going with you?
Mate, it's terrifying, isn't it? It's absolutely terrifying at the moment. I don't know how you feel about what you're currently at with relegation and all that.
Like, at this moment in time, I think it's a done deal. Like, I really don't know where we go from here. I think it's going in one direction, and that's Championship next season. And like, as I say, I've gone through the petrified stage, and I'm now in that acceptance stage of that momentum it's a powerful one when it's backing you, but when you're up against it, it's almost impossible to turn around. So
what do you think would actually happen if we get relegated? Do you we think we're doomed forever, or do you think what do you think it means for Tottenham if they actually get relegated?
It's very, very worrying, because like these owners that we got in charge have got us into this mess, and they're the people that you're looking at to get you out. Because before this, you had 25 years of Daniel Levy just like running everything, and you can criticise him for not getting you to the end, and he was there all the way. He oversaw us finish 17th last season, so he's in no way excused, but he's looked after everything. And as soon as he's gone, it's free fall out of the league if that's the way it's going to go. And, so almost just managing the ship and managing the way it was too much of a big deal for them. Yeah. Taking Tottenham into the Championship and having to sort of have the overturn of like every single player's agent's going to be banging on your door because they know only a certain amount can go out, and they want to be on that ship. And like you've got to manage that. Then you've got to recruit the right players from a market that you've never shopped in. You're dealing with chairmen that you've hardly ever dealt with.
100%.
And you've got to get them all in to gel. You've got to have a manager to get you out of it. And I don't think that they can.
Who's going to want to come if we get relegated, though, manager-wise? I don't even know.
One of the biggest problems with the owners we got at the club is that they're arrogant, and they think that it's easy. They think that because of the success of their dad becoming a billionaire, that these kids, well, they're not. His kids have like gone on to whatever they're doing. I'm sure that they've all got a decent resume in person.
But they all work for Tavistock and Enoch. Exactly. It's all like a nepo baby thing, you know.
Yeah. So it's
and now one of them just runs Tottenham. How mad is that? Like, we're just run by someone's grandkids.
This is what I mean. So like, I'm never a fan of these like nepo baby types. I feel like
it's like Succession. I don't know if you've seen Succession. That's what reminds me of right now. We're basically the football Succession.
This is the thing. Like, so if you're in that situation, and it's almost like I feel like everyone in politics is like that as well. They've all been gifted.
Pretty much every industry you go into, there's nepo babies everywhere.
Yeah, and they've all been looked after and like helped all the way up the ladder, and they haven't actually gone through any graft. Yeah. So it's like you need someone at the helm who's been through that graft, and they ain't been there. Like,
I just think sometimes it's mad to even consider it. Like, we're owned by Joe Lewis, who essentially gets done for insider trading, which he sent tips to his pilot and his mistress at the time. And then they just put the club in the hands of his family just to avoid the club being involved in any of that shit at all. And now, like 3 years later, we're run by those people who we don't really know who they are, really. Apparently, they haven't even done their ownership test or anything like that, according to the Athletic. And then these guys are now running our club, and they're about to send us down. It's like, and as fans, what can we do? We can just sit there and accept it all. It's like we're just being ran by this guy's grandson-in-law. He's not even his relative. It's like, it's just mad what's happening.
And that's the thing. Like, and we're the ones in the firing line. Like we've seen where like Vinay and whoever have been in the crowd and they're getting abused and they're all laughing and joking and whatever. We're the guys in the firing line. Like, I've got the group chats full of like Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, and then all they want is my blood at the moment. Yeah. And all you got to do is just stick your head in the sand and just hope that the next time we play it changes.
I don't know about you though. I think it's got to the point where my mates just feel sorry for me now. They don't even take it piss anymore. Like, it's gone beyond the point of banter now, isn't it? Like, they're like, are you all right, mate? Are you doing all right?
Yeah. Like, this is the thing. Like, one of my like biggest battles that I ever had was against a guy called Rawls, right? Big Chelsea fan from Shepherd's Bush. I called him Joey Shepherd's Bush. He messaged me the other day telling me he feels sorry for me. And it's
when you got your rap battle guy saying they feel sorry for you, that's
we've been going at it since that battle. Like we don't give each other an inch, and he's talking about, oh yeah, I actually feel sorry for you.
You got your ex-opponents checking in on you.
it is, yeah, it's mad. Like, I mean, I've got about 8 Arsenal fans, not even archived. They're in the locked.
Yeah, blocked.
That locked bit that's meant to be for like the side women. Like I got gooners in there, and you got to use a password to get to. And they ain't even sent me anything. The odd time I check it, I'm like, come on, let's have a little look. And they ain't even sent anything because it's that bad.
I know. 2 things terrify me. One is obviously that Arsenal are likely going to win the league the same time we get relegated, which in some ways might be quite good because then we don't have to play them as champions. That's the only little cling on there. But the thing that terrifies me the most is...
That was a reach. That was a reach.
The thing that terrifies me the most is that the second last game of the season is Chelsea away. If Chelsea relegate us, we will never hear the end of it. We're finished.
I mean,
you can't be relegated by one of your rivals. That's like... I know it happened to Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United this season, didn't it? Sheffield United relegated them. Like, we're finished if that happens to us.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm kind of looking at the away games at the minute, and I'm like, I'd rather be there. Like, so I'm not going to Sunderland.
Yeah.
But I'm going to Wolves.
Yeah.
I'm going to Villa.
Yeah. Villa just moved, didn't it? Moved it to Sunday, innit?
Or it's potentially.
Yeah.
It depends on. As it is, it's the Saturday morning, or it could be Sunday 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So I'm going to that. But that Chelsea one, I don't know. I just don't know. Because I don't know about you, but I, as a Tottenham fan who goes to the aways, I think Stamford Bridge is the naughtiest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a different kind of rivalry, isn't it? Because Arsenal is like they're our closest rivals, like in terms of they're our biggest rivals if you ask people. But people that go to games, Chelsea away is one, and that's where all the violence happens.
Like if you compare who I hate more, it's Arsenal, and then it's like Chelsea are like way behind. But in terms of it being a bit naughty,
that's what I think. If we got relegated there, I think it would kick off badly. If they relegate us, like the Spurs fans would be so angry. And to go Chelsea away, you have to, just proper loyal Spurs fans that go to that. Yeah,
I mean, like I went to Upton Park quite a few times, and it was nowhere near as as horrible. Like Chelsea, I mean, I remember we played Chelsea at Wembley a few times as well, FA Cup semi-finals. Just that atmosphere on the trains and whatever. It was just like it was one where you had to be wary of what carriage you got on when you get on that train.
Because Tottenham and Arsenal hate each other because of how close they are. Tottenham, Chelsea, there's like a history of hooliganism and violence, isn't there?
Yeah,
it goes back to the 80s and that.
So yeah, it ain't one that I'm really looking.
If they relegate us, what do you reckon would happen? What do you think would happen if Chelsea relegated us that day? Like, just take me through Spurs fans. I think I can see it kicking off big time.
I don't see it booting off. Like there'll be odd little isolated bits, but I don't see it booting off because of the sheer fact that the only way it would boot off is if the game went in and it flowed in a way that kept all the Tottenham fans in the ground until the final minute.
That's true. So if it goes 2-0, we'll just leave.
Yeah, they would just disappear. But if it was like Tottenham was say Tottenham had to win to stay in it, and they were winning 2-1.
Yeah.
And then it was a last-minute equaliser.
Like, Battle of the Bridge style from a few years
Hazard, and it's then that's when that's when it could get a bit nasty.
That'd be so. In the last 10 years, they'd have then basically stopped us from winning the title and relegated us. That'd just be horrific, wouldn't it? At the Bridge.
I hate to even say it, but Chelsea are that that mate who's got all the money, he's got the job, he's got the car. And he shags your missus.
Yeah, in front of you as well. While you're watching.
It's I do. As I say, it's Arsenal, then it's Chelsea, but I still hate.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even really have that much hate for West Ham.
Yeah.
Like with West Ham, I don't want to do that thing that a lot of Tottenham fans go, oh, it's their cup final and it means nothing. It's not like it means nothing. But one of the main reasons for any dislike or any specifically wanting to beat them is because I know if they beat us, and they've beaten us loads recently, you get a lot of grief off West Ham.
We have a terrible record against them recently, don't we?
But like,
I think I know more West Ham fans than I know Arsenal and Chelsea fans as well. I think on the balance, so it's always one for me, which I hate to lose.
Yeah, I mean, like, I went a long time not really knowing many Chelsea fans, but now I know quite a few because ended up mixing with West London for whatever reason. But yeah, it's it ain't even like that game. I'm looking at it thinking I want to go there because if you get something and you don't get relegated, it's still almost like not. It's not enough to. I'll probably end up going.
Yeah, I'm looking at that one as well.
It's daunting.
Yeah, I mean, if we're already relegated, I mean, this is nightmare scenarios, isn't it? But if we're already relegated by then, just can't imagine what would even happen. Like, I don't know if someone even turn up there. Do you know what I mean? It's just embarrassing, isn't it? Surely, hopefully, mathematically, that can't really happen. But it's getting to that point now where I'm doing the maths every day. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at all the 7 games left, and then I'm thinking, right, if we win that one, lose that one, West Ham do this, Nottingham Forest do this. It's terrifying, isn't it?
Like, the thing is that what a lot of the fans have is that we've still got in our mindset as if you're chasing top 4, or if you're like chasing the league, as we've done for like a matter of months across my whole life. But like, you know, where you're expected to win, and if you don't, then it's like catastrophic. But with this, you can lose and lose and lose, and then back-to-back wins gets you out of it.
Well, we've lost pretty much every game in 2026, and we've never been in the relegation zone yet, touch wood.
Yeah.
But the next time we play West Ham, we've got Wolves, and they played before us. So I just worry if we get dragged down into the 18th, we just won't come back up. But I think you're right, though, man. I think the thing I keep telling myself is I think 2 wins probably does it. 2 wins in 7. The way that us and West Ham, we just can't string wins together. Like, we've lost every single game in 2026 bar 2, and we're still not in the relegation zone.
Yeah, it is mad that we haven't been in. It's like that year when we were chasing Leicester down. Yeah, and like we never actually were top. Yeah, like we get sort of like caned for like, oh, you bottled it. Yeah, Arsenal were top at Christmas.
Yeah, we get the 3rd in a 2-horse race.
Yeah. We never were first. Yeah, no. Like we put the pressure on for a little while and then fell away. Yeah. So Arsenal can hold that one and all. Yeah. But
if we do go down, which players do you think will still be in next season?
I think they'll all want out. I don't think they'll really. I think that the actual going down is horrible. But the actual experience that's been involved in it and how toxic it's been, and you know, I keep on sort of saying to people, I reckon if you're actually at the club on a day-to-day basis, you get to see a bit more, or you see loads more behind the scenes of the way it's run. And I reckon it is an absolute circus because we think from what information we get that it's a circus. And
just from the outside looking in.
But when you're there, like if you've ever been at a job or workplace, or even at like, I remember being at school when school went through like different phases of, you know, scandals or like teachers going, and then you've got like substitute teachers coming in and new headmaster and all this, and it's just like you look at it, you're looking up, being like, this is an absolute like a joke of a place to try and come and learn.
Yeah, we're like if we're like in obviously I'm a teacher, so from the background, like we're in requires improvement from Ofsted at the moment, aren't we? We've just failed an Ofsted inspection, and now they booted out all the teachers trying to get some new ones in, but it's too late. You know what I mean? The kids have got, once the kids take over the class, it's very hard to get them back.
It's hard to turn it around, and it's like it's almost like when you went through the COVID time, where that would have had a dent on what kids did at GCSE. You get to that stage where the top level, it would never have gone out in a newsletter, but they just go, right, let's just wipe this slate clean. We'll take the hit, and then like we'll concentrate on the next ones that come through. That's the team we've got at the minute. It's just like, right, kids. Look, this is bad. This is going to get worse. But let's look beyond that.
Yeah.
And that's what the fans can't do.
So I reckon Archie Gray, reckon he'll stay.
Like-
Because all the senior boys are all gone. Like Solanke,
Yeah, but like-
Vicario, Porro, all that lot are gone.
Archie Gray-
I think in a twisted way, we should make people stay if we get relegated. And they should be able to go if they keep us up. But if they get relegated, just say, look, you're staying now. You got us into this mess. You can get us out of it. Obviously, that won't happen in real terms because all their agents will just be like, right, we're going. But
I don't think Archie Gray stays. I think Archie Gray, from now until the end of his career, doesn't play a game outside the Premier League.
yeah.
Like I made
I think with Bayern Munich and Real Madrid as well.
yeah, but like I made a comparison like on Fighting Cock between him and Milner.
Yeah.
And I had a few people message me and they was like, "Oh no, you're cussing Archie Gray down." And I'm like, Milner, Milner played about
the most
70
Premier League
times
games ever, isn't it, or something?
in most ever Premier League appearances. He played about 70 times for England.
Yeah.
He won the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup.
Yeah.
He's played for Man City, Liverpool.
Klopp's Liverpool as well.
It's a bloody good career.
And he's still going.
And he's still
playing.
going, yeah. And it's like, so it was a compliment. It's just that people look at someone like Archie Gray.
He's played like 100 plus games already, hasn't he? He's only 20.
Yeah, like people look at him and then they're like, oh, okay. Like so I saw someone the other day were like, oh, Archie Gray now is better than Declan Rice was at that age. And I'm like, well, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like people just love to sort of blow it up. It's, he's doing well and he is still.
I see he doesn't even start for England under 21s at the moment. He's on the bench.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's but that said, I think he's going to be Premier League forever.
He's one of the, he won't kick up a fuss though, really. That's the thing with him. Like a lot of the players will kick off. He won't kick off, but at the same time, he's probably just quietly accepting that he's too good for the Championship.
And he'll have good and healthy offers coming.
Yeah, he's one of the few players that other teams will actually want to sign.
Well, as I say, it's like you got that British tax on it anyway. He's 19 going 20. He'll go to like a good club.
The thing I think about Archie Gray, why you get links to like Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and that, it's because he can play like almost any position. The thing about what he's played for us, he played right back, centre back in a 4, centre back in a 5, left back, barely centre mid, but we bought him as a centre midfielder. He can do all of them. Like that's so useful to have in this day and age. It's like a player that can play any role, and he never embarrasses himself. I mean, he was playing centre back with Dragusin for like half a season last season. Never embarrassed himself.
Yeah, and like even when he played midfield, like most times he was playing 6.
Yeah.
When he's actually freed up to go and play the 8, like he did against Atletico, you see a lot more to his game.
Yeah.
There's a, like I say again, like trying to keep a lid on it, but like it was a bit of Gaza about it, like just in the way of like gliding around, getting the body in and being able to, while under pressure, just getting the other side of someone and being able to lay it off properly and then go and wanting it all the time. It was really good. And then you go and play the very next game and it's but anyway, back to what you said.
I think he's one of the few players that can have the season with their head held high, isn't he? Like he's a proper gone for it this season. Most of them, especially the senior players, have been very disappointing. So Archie Gray might go. And then the two I keep thinking about, right, is Kulusevski and Maddison, because they haven't even played a single game. They might get a relegation on their name with 0 apps. Like what?
Yeah.
But at the same time, sure, they're both too good for the Championship, surely. Like,
it's just what Kulusevski are you actually going to see again? Because it's one of those.
He's on about playing the World Cup this week, and he wants to play in the World Cup.
He's on about it, but I mean, when I saw a clip of him the other day, he's still limping.
Yeah.
And he's been out for...
Got something taken out of his knee or something.
Yeah. What was it? Patella, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like... So it's... That's been a year.
It's over a year. It's over a year now, yeah.
I mean, and then you look at Maddison, ACL, out for the whole season.
Yeah.
We saw with Bentancur. Like, Bentancur was a player that... I loved Bentancur pre-ACL. Like when he was just way more dynamic. And, we had games where... I remember us being away in Europe and he's like charging around all over the pitch. He'd arrive in the box, he'd finish. now, like he can still finish from a corner or whatever, but you wouldn't see him. He's injured anyway, but when he was playing, he wasn't arriving in the box in that same.
He wasn't he used to beat a couple of men in midfield as well, didn't he? Like, press resistance, that's all gone.
And it's like so, and I don't know how much
Maddison, what's 29 Maddison now?
Yeah, this is what I mean. Yeah, so like Maddison, he's gonna come because it's as much as anything. Like, so it restricts their mobility, but it's also got to be in the back of their mind that they don't want to do it again. Yeah. So it must take a percentage of. I know when like Raul Jimenez had his head injury, in the last year or so, you've seen him returning to pre-injury form, but for years he really struggled, and it's mental. And you know, like Petr Cech had the head injury, and it affected him for a little while. He never took the hat off, did he? And it's like different injuries, but it's definitely mentally like they're not going to throw themselves in there because they will have had that conversation with the doctor or the surgeon who's just like, look, you will make a full recovery, but you do this again and that could be curtains for your career. And like, so it's...
Maddison's my favourite player as well. I think he's our best player. I think my favourite player. I think if we had him this season, like we wouldn't be in this mess. I think it's that simple, but it's just sad, isn't it? They've missed literally every game, both through the season. It's hard to recover from that. Like they're probably our two best players.
I mean, like
kicked the ball all season.
My favourite was always Van der Ven, but it's one of them ones where he's had a really, really bad season. You know, last year he was injured for the majority of it, and then on the games where you did have Van der Ven and Romero together, we were like, there was all these stats coming out of look at the win percentage, and we obviously won the Europa League with them together. Now they're playing together, and it's like
they're playing every game together, and we're shipping goals left, right, and centre.
And it is bad defending. Yeah. It's not.
So I think he's really good in a team that plays a high line.
Yeah,
he's really got that recovery. If you play Thomas Frank playing deep defence, he doesn't play to his strengths, does it? 'Cause he's not like he's an unbelievable athlete, like absolutely unbelievable athlete, unbelievable recovery tackles, good on the ball. He's not the best defender though, is he? Like he's not your like he's quite poor in the air for his height.
Yeah.
He's an exceptional like last man defender, I think. But when you play deep, you don't really have a last man because you're all the last man.
I've said since we first signed him that I see him up the pitch.
Yeah.
He's got that ability. Like I would genuinely play him up front.
Yeah.
In these last 7 games, with a front three, Kudus is coming back, Dom Solanke and Van der Ven.
Yeah.
Because we saw when we had Sonny, right? And obviously, like, Sonny perfected the art of curving the run and getting it just right. And he generally had Kane feeding him in, which was one of the best in the game at doing that. But I think when you've got the running power of Mickey Van der Ven on the shoulder of that last man, it's not that difficult to find that space. Yeah. And he's in on goal.
So anyone who's played FIFA knows the one thing you can't do about his pace.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about it. You can't defend it.
And once he's in on goal, out of the whole team, he's the one that I back to finish it. Like Dom Solanke, Richarlison, anyone else, he's the one. So I would play him. I'd play him there because even if he's getting down and he's got to get his head up and put the ball across, he's the guy that I would back to make that pass.
That's been the story of our season, though, isn't it? Our two essentially strikers are our two centre backs. That's why they scored like 10 goals between them. And him and Romero can both finish.
Yeah, and it's not, and I don't think that's just one of those weird stats that's like, oh yeah, you know, you two centre halves. It's not like Bruce and Pallister like popping up. They're finishing with good finishes. Like Burnley, like they got a goal apiece, and it was a bullet header, and then it was a lovely controlled volley. And
that one he scored against Forest, where he absolutely smacks it in as well.
Yeah, and it's like they're both capable players. Like Romero, if we didn't have Kudus coming back, I'd almost be like, get Romero up as well.
That's basically what Thomas Frank did, isn't it? That was his tactics.
But I genuinely, no tongue in cheek, would play Van der Ven up front. I'd have Danzo at the back with Romero. I'd have him there, and he'd be an absolute bagsman as well. He wouldn't. I just think it's what I would do.
Yeah.
Because
I'm surprised, like in the level down from that is that I'm surprised we never see him left back ever. He never plays left back for Tottenham.
Yeah.
So at least he could start on left back, do like the Bale transition, then go as a striker.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't
the first half against Forest, he was left back, wasn't he? And then he came off. Yeah. And there's rumours that he booted off at half time. But yeah, it's like you're in the situation where at the minute you've got Tell. Like Tell went off injured in the last game. But like Tell's exciting.
Yeah, I like Tell.
He's exciting, but he still ain't good for me. Like I think
he tries, but the bar at the moment is someone who tries. It's one of our best players, isn't it?
That's what I mean.
That's
like,
a bar
he gets everyone excited, but I think Tell is Adama Traore on rice and veg.
Yeah,
like that's what he is. Like he's a player that will keep attacking. Like he's not as strong as Adama. He's not as fast. He's not as good as beating a man as Adama. But he's just as unproductive. Yeah. And it's like the thing I always loved about like you'd go to Wolves and watch that Adama Traore was that he had that Aaron Lennon about him, where like the ball would get popped out to him and everyone would stand up and you'd hear like the seats just going doosh, 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 as they're all clipping back into space, and it was just you'd hear that like resonating around the ground. Ball goes out to Tell and you just hear. One or two people like, go on, Tell.
Or you hear someone shouting the South Stand, have a go at him.
And it's like, so I do like him, and he is one of the better ones, but the bar is low if you're pinning your ropes on him. Because I
think that he says it himself as well. I think he almost sees himself as a striker, and he never gets to really play striker at Tottenham, does he?
What you see, like the best things I ever see of Tell is when he's playing for France under 21s, and like he pops those goals in, and lots of those goals are in and around that D on the edge of the area.
Have you ever seen those videos, right, where there's some French guys that do them, and it's like three footballers, they're absolutely unbelievable ballers, and they do like a penalty, a free kick, and it like shows all three of them do it. Tell is in one of those, and he's fucking unbelievable. This ball striking is unreal. Got an unbelievable like technician about him, but just don't see it enough on the pitch, do you? But I think what he does have is a bit of endeavour, doesn't he? Like, but check out those videos; they're actually unreal. But
I'll have a look. Yeah, but as I say, he gets those goals in and around the D. But then we don't really get him in those positions too often. Like, no, he came inside against Nottingham Forest and hit the bar with like a lovely strike. Sells actually just about got a touch on that, and it's like. He can do it, and he has come in there and come alive, but we don't. We're giving him the ball in those isolated areas where he's got to beat a man and then get the cross in. And it is nice to see someone who's having a go at the defender, and he is getting joy, and he does have to keep playing unless we go with Mickey. But like, if I just don't see him ending up in goals. Like I remember just the night before we played Forest, and my mate saying like, "Oh, you know, how do you feel about it? I think we're going to win." And I was like, "Well, I think we're going to be on top. I think we're going to kind of edge the proceedings, but we're going to struggle to actually turn it into goals.
We've got no one prolific, do we?
And then we'll gift a goal like we gave to Morgan Gibbs-White. It was just." As straightforward a goal as he'll ever score. You know, you get down to the byline, get your head up. Normally you've got a gap like that and you've got to hit it, and you've got to hit it hard before it's cut out. They've just got to roll it to him, and he's like 8-9 yards out. And
there's a freeze frame in that where there's 7 Spurs players in the box at the time of that, and he's unmarked. That's loads, like if your son did that playing like at kids level, you'd be like, that's horrific. Like Sarah's ball watching, Romero's walking. So defending is so bad.
The thing that makes me laugh with it is that it goes to Gibbs-White and he scores, and they all turn round at Matisse Tell, and they're all shouting at him, and he's just like, it's like, what was he actually meant to do? Like, you know, Sarr was goal side, and then he got sucked in and left the gap. For Tell to have actually bust the gut to get in there and cut that out, that's basically impossible. But they all looked round at Tell, and it was it's because they didn't have a clue.
No,
because none of them had. They sort of say that the best defenders have this picture of like what's around them. Everything's organised.
Well, Romero's too busy trying to score a goal, isn't he?
That's
why he's running back at that point.
Yeah. So he'd run back into the box, and Sar's completely left him, and no one knows. And it ain't just that goal.
Yeah.
This has been for a good couple of seasons now. The amount of times that, like, I remember we was at Burnley away, and it was like the goal that they scored where the ball got crossed into the box, gets to the back post, and then he just pops in and gets the easiest header you like. But we'd had a couple of warning signs, and we just have that all the time. The ball gets crossed in, and you've got Mickey looking at it, or you've got Romero, and as it's going over their head, if you were to freeze and ask them what's going on behind you, they're like, I don't have a clue.
And like those two, I rate, they're obviously really good individual players. You know, Romero's achieved World Cups, international tournaments, brilliant players. But if you compare it to a few years ago, you just don't see Toby and Jan making those same mistakes as these guys have made game after game after game. Like the level drop. I remember a couple of people saying, you know, they're on the sort of level with Toby and Jan. They're nowhere near that, man. They're absolutely nowhere near it. You don't see Toby and Jan ever make those. Not just like they might make one every 10. They never make those kind of mistakes. Them two.
Not regularly. No, I mean, there was a couple over the years that you remembered, but like, I cringe when people sometimes talk about Romero and Van der Ven, and they'll talk about, like, even the most ridiculous ones wouldn't still be saying it now. But if you went back 6 months ago, they'd be like, "Oh, it's the best centre pairing." And it's like, because you're looking at attributes that they've got, and you're ignoring their flaws. The flaws that Romero's got in terms of, I know it always used to get pointed out as if it was a lazy observation to be like, "Oh, he always gets booked, he always gets sent off." He fucking does. He does. And quite often he does it when it's really, really crucial that he doesn't do it. And but it's not only that. He's one of he's probably our only like defender that kind of can pick that pass.
He's our best passer. I think he's our best passer, full stop.
And he is, but like but I do think that if you haven't got the right movement in front of you, he still will go for that pass when it's not on. Yeah. So he's got the ability to do it, and that's brilliant. And you want him to do that because it's one of the only positive forward thinking things that we do. But the amount of times he passes it straight to a player and goals come from it, that it's like, if you had a more pragmatic manager in charge, he would stop him doing it. Yeah. And it's like,
I think Romero in a settled team is unbelievable. Like you see it in Argentina. You see it when Tottenham tried to shut up shop in the Europa League. Romero was unbelievable in the final, unbelievable in the semi-quarter final, and all that. He can do it, but it's just, if you allow, it's like a kid in school. Like if you give him freedom, it's chaos. Like he's got this sort of like hero complex, doesn't he, where he wants to score, and he does sometimes, to be fair to him, like Newcastle away. But he's dragged us out loads of times. But basic, defend him first. That's where he struggles.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And half the time when he does get cut out, it is because of lack of movement in front of him and people not showing for the ball and people hiding. But if you're a relegation team, and that's where we're actually heading, you need to play like one. And there is a reason why. And I'm no advocate for like Rose Ed, Dan Burn kind of like defending. It's not what I like to watch. Yeah. But if you're sat on the brink of going down, that's what is needed.